Hello, people of the internet. Stream starting. Receiving your content. You are live. The internet can totally see you. Okay. So, hello, people of the internet again. I shall reiterate. Hello, people of the internet. Today we are leveling fishing. I'm level 15, so it's not going to be too much fishing. Because, like I said, we're getting every class to level 20. And I decided to do fishing. And then I'll probably do culinary, and you guys will probably be here for that. 5 levels, and then some crafting. So. I've got a little bit of a headache. But I took some Advil, and hopefully it'll go away. Hopefully it'll go away. We'll see. It's in the left side in the back of my head. Like someone smacked me really hard. Ugh. My brain feels jostled. Okay. I don't remember where navigators were. I got this quest and now I don't remember. Fur fish Churcho Seeks. And I have to use rat tails in western Lenoska by Brewer's Beacon. Okay, so I gotta go to Hawker's Alley to pick up rat tails. It's really important to read the Fisher quests. It's western Lenoska by the Beacon. So usually what I do in this instance when it's a fishing quest is I gather the materials by reading the quest and then I head out to that area. And what we'll probably be doing... There we go. I wonder if that's a real thing people fish with. Rat tails. Gross. Okay, so let's bring up the map of western Lenoska. And find the beacon. I think it's, yeah, the Brewer's Beacon is right there. Okay. Wait, should we go, we're going closer, I think this one's actually closer. Gotta do it that way. So yeah, I have a headache today. I don't know why. It's in like my left eye. It's pretty bad. It's a pretty bad headache. So I decided to level fishing because it's quiet. And I can just kind of self-contain and level. And that was after I hit 20 on my Arcanist. Right there. Right now the goal is 20. So let me equip my rat tails. That's not something I ever thought I would say. Let me quick equip my rat tails. I don't know, is this close enough? Like this, is this a close enough place to fish? I mean, I can definitely fish off here, but what I'm wondering is it close enough to the beacon to get the fish I need? So after I got the Arcanist 20, I decided I was going to pick up fishing. And then I did Spanish homework for a while, and then I'm back to fishing. I had Halishi, which is, if you guys don't know what Halishi is, it's cabbage and noodles. It's like fried together. It's really, really delicious. No, I don't. So that keeps popping up, and I went into my settings and turned it off, and now it's up again. So sorry for that. The Windows update. I thought I turned it off. I was like, please don't update my computer now or ever. Please go away. And it just didn't. It didn't want to do. So. Yeah. So it looks like... no, it doesn't look like I'm close enough. This is a different one, it looks like. You can look by hitting Y, you look at all the fishing stuff, and Brewer's Beacon would be lit up. we're gonna be fishing here for a while anyway, so I think I'll fish a little bit more here. I usually like to finish up my lures, but you get so many at the start that... I'm actually, fun fact, still fishing with a couple of these, or I was. So I was farming something for Culinarian. I don't remember what it was. Some fish, obviously, because he's fishing. I keep getting new fish, which grants you bonus XP, so that's why I'm not leaving. Once I start to get the same fish over and over again, I'll leave. As you can see, I've been doing fishing all day. 22 Princess Prout. Princess Prouts. I'm sorry, my brain's a little off today. So yeah, that was my day today. Pretty good day. Sunday is my day off, so I have 2 days off, Sunday and Wednesday. I have school every other day. Other than that, that's why I get to relax. I did have to do some homework today, but it's for Spanish. So, what is that like big ripple? It doesn't go like around this way. It just looks like a giant whale coming towards me. We're starting to get tiger cod. But yeah. So I did a lot. I think I did Spanish homework from 9 to 11. I had another snack of leftovers and then I came on to stream. So like 9 to 11, yeah. Not so bad. I'm really, really bad at Spanish. I think I've said that before, but I just don't understand. I think it's because in the exercises, but sometimes they're like, I can translate the sentence, but the things that they want me to fill in, what the heck? Stream complete? Hello? Are you guys still there? No, it says welcome back. Stream resumed. Okay, sorry, I have no idea what happened. Dropped frames. Wow, I dropped 476 frames. That is some bad internet. I apologize for that. I haven't had internet issues in a while. It looks like everything's working fine. Now, it just says welcome back and this is 8 minutes. Who knows? That was very strange. I apologize. We have had problems with the internet here since we moved. So I moved to Florida 3 years ago. And we've had lots of problems with the internet. About 4 or 5 months after we moved in, we lost internet completely. We were paying for it, but they kept coming to the house, and after they came to the house, it would be miraculously fixed for maybe 2 hours. And 2 hours after they left, it would go back to not working. We had no upload speed and like maybe 5 gigs of download speed. And after 6 or 7 house calls of the technician, 6 or 7, and that was like every 2 weeks. So that went on for months. They decided that it was one of the houses, because I live in an area with old people. There's a very big elder population here. And they don't know when something is too old. So they decided that a router on our block was one of their oldest Xfinity routers, and it was messing up the internet for everybody. At least that's what they told us. I don't believe a word of it, but that's what they said. Or it's something about the lines as well. It was the lines to their house which hadn't been used in a while. It's just something that I don't believe. But after 3 or so months, it started working again, and it worked just fine. And then a year after that, it happened again. So a year after that, and it's every year during the same months. Every year, it just happens for a couple of months, and then it's back to being fine again. So we didn't have it this year, knock on wood. I hope we don't have it again, but it's just, there was like, weird, there's nothing we can do. We thought it was our router, so we replaced it with a home router. Still same problem, it was them. I'm sorry for coughing in your ear. It's probably a cold that I have that's giving me a headache. I get sick pretty often. It's not a surprise, in the least. See, I'm not close enough to this to get the navigator's daggers. I'm gonna have to move closer to the beacon. But it's okay, we're fishing here for a little bit, it's fine. So speaking of, since I'm on a roll talking about all the problems that I've had at my house, let's talk about all the problems we had with this house when I moved in, because it just brings me so much anguish. Anguish and slight joy. So let's see, we moved in, right before we moved in, the water heater exploded and flooded our entire house. So we came down and we had to replace the water heater and all of the flooring because the house was flooded. Let's see what else. The pipes. As soon as we moved in, we hired plumbers because the washer and dryer had an issue where the washing machine would back up water into the sink that's right next to it. So anytime you wash clothes, water would come up the sink and would fill the sink up. So you had to stand there, you had to turn the washing machine off when it was too high, and then you could turn it back on when the water had drained. So you would stand there in front of the sink while you were doing laundry the whole time the washing machine was running, turning it off and on again. So we called the plumber, obviously, to get it fixed. And they said that they had redone this house. They neglected to do anything to the pipes below. So the pipes for the house were the original pipes for the house, like when the house was first built. And that was when essentially this area had been created. So ancient pipes. We had a liner people come in, and they supposedly lined the pipes, but the toilets still don't work. So if you flush toilet paper in any of the toilets, it backs up into the shower in our bathroom, or this second bathroom. And then in the half bath, pretty much if you put tissue paper or like toilet paper down any of the toilets, we got septic tank toilet paper, we got tissue paper, toilet paper, all these different types of toilet paper to see if we could flush any of them down the toilet. You can't. So we don't flush toilet paper down our toilets, which my mother finds fairly embarrassing, but I find their fault, the plumber's fault. So we had them come back in recently because they were supposed to figure out a fix to the problem of our plumbing. They never did. So, yeah. They never did. They were just like, don't throw toilet paper down the toilets, bye! And that was after we had paid them $10,000. So you'd think we'd be able to flush toilet paper down the toilet, but no. So that's still unresolved. We had a bay window in the living room, was leaking. It would have, because in Florida it rains really heavily, water would kind of come in, it was a double paned bay window, it would come in between the windows, so we had a guy come fix the window. Well, the guy we hired bought a window and installed it for us that was not the right size for the space, for the bay window. He installed it and then left us with that window, saying something about the fact that, okay, you're all done, bye. Tried to get away with it. We eventually had him come back and fix the bay window, even though it still has issues. Arbor Buzzard, could you just, like, not attack me? I'm moving, by the way. I know you didn't come here to my stream for problems about my house, but sometimes I want to talk about stuff that bothers me. Please don't hurt me. I'm just a fisherman. of this little lighthouse area. It's like pretty interesting looking, the building and all these pretty flowers. I don't know how far into the Brewers Beacon we'll have to go, but I decided to go to the end. Oh, I'm sorry for sneezing as well. Probably blew someone's eardrums. Anyway, so that's just a bit of the myriad of problems. We have a ongoing problem. Well, all of our problems are ongoing, except for the bay window. It's the only thing that we've ever called someone for in Florida that's actually got fixed. We have an air conditioner because we live in Florida, so it's literally 90 degrees all the time. So almost South Florida, so it's almost 90 degrees all the time. And it's been making really, really loud noises. And every once in a while, it'll just shut off. Like we'll be sitting here and we'll be like, wow, it's really, really hot in here all of a sudden. And we'll go and the air conditioner thing will have nothing on it, no reading. So we go, okay. It's the pump that filters out the water from the air being overtaxed. That's what they keep telling us. And what they do is they come in, they take a vacuum cleaner, vacuum out around the pump inside the AC unit, and then go, okay, it's fixed, and leave. And every 3 months or so, it happens again. So, we had one guy come in while we were gone, while we were on our trip to New Jersey, and tell us that the way they had installed the piping was wrong. They hadn't installed the piping to the AC correctly, so they wanted to re-pipe the air conditioner so it would stop having the pumping issues. So we said, okay, wait until we come back and then we'll sort that out. We called them back to figure out the piping problem, and they said, nothing's wrong. Nothing at all. We'll just continue to vacuum out your AC. So, that's a thing. These two people are from the same company. I don't know who the first guy was that came. Oh, look. I got a quest item. I don't know who the first guy was that came because I wasn't here. But the second guy who came had trouble understanding us when we were speaking and said that the pipes were not installed correctly. The previous guy was wrong. And there's nothing wrong. At most, you could probably replace the pump if we felt like we didn't want someone to come back every 3 months. So, do you know good people who work in Florida and do repairs? Because I have not found one in any field. So yeah, we had the problem again with the AC and had to call the guy back and had him vacuum out. Now we've tried to vacuum out ourselves, but we can't take the panel off of the pumping system because we don't know when the water will go down long enough for us to take the panel off. So it's too dangerous for us to go in there with all the electrical stuff and vacuum it out ourselves. So we have to call somebody to do it. And I guess this company just has us. We have to pay every 3 months for them to come back and do it. Because they refuse to tell us what's wrong. They're like, well, we got a steady stream of income here if we don't do anything and fix the problem. And again, the same thing with the plumbers. We call them back every few months because it's backed up or not since we haven't been throwing anything down. Just water, essentially. I hit that. I thought the thing moved. But yeah, so those are all the problems about the house we've been living in Florida. It's pretty awful. We also have a lot of bugs, but it's Florida. When I moved down here, that's what people told me to expect. I lived in the middle of the forest in New Jersey. It was literally on a state preserve in a forest. And we had field mice and big black ants because I lived in a log house, so carpenter ants. And that was it. Those were the only bugs we ever had the whole entire time I lived in New Jersey. I was gonna move, but maybe not. And now we live in Florida in a neighborhood. I've never lived in a neighborhood before. And I have more bugs here than I did in the forest in New Jersey. We have cockroaches, ants, and we keep the house about the same. It's pretty clean. It's not like a cockroach dump. Like, I wouldn't think that we would attract them. We also have a bug guy come every 2 weeks to spray around and inside the house, and we still have this many bugs. The ants, they say, there's no exterminator down here for ants because if you're living in Florida, you've essentially signed up to live with ants. Because there's nothing, they're so voracious that there's nothing that the pest guy can do to even get them to, like, leave. Like, that's it. You have ants in your house. Just, that's... It was built near ants. Deal with it. Okay, this has been essentially 20 minutes of me whining. I'm not really whining or complaining. I'm just telling you how it is. Because it's interesting. When you don't live in Florida, you don't know about any of these things. You just think, ah, cool, you know, you're in the hot weather and the sun all the time. You get to go out by the pool, and just live the life of paradise. But where we live, we had the red tide. I don't know if you guys know what that is. That means we're on the Gulf Coast. I'm telling you too specific about where I live in Florida. But we're on the Gulf Coast of Florida, and we had red tide come in, and it came in to our area, so our beaches and all of our ocean water that was around us was black. You couldn't swim in it. You were not allowed. You would die. It was a danger. So, so yeah. You think you can live on the beach all this time? Sure, you could go out there and sun yourself, but you can't go in the water when you're hot. My life. My life is pretty strange. This is a nice view. Oh, hey, look, a dude. Hi, dude. I can't click on you right now because I'm fishing. Are you enjoying the beach? By the way, this is the only beach I enjoy. I don't like beaches. I don't like going in the water. I'm a person who enjoys the indoors. Hello. By the way, I got invited to my FC. This is my FC in case you were curious. I'm in the Justice League. But yeah. I had my FC invite me so I wouldn't keep getting spammed. There's been a lot of new players, an influx of new players lately, so that's probably why there was an influx of FCs inviting me to the FCs. But if you're a new player, I definitely recommend you join an FC. As you can see, I have 2 buffs up here. Gives me increased XP through crafting and battle. And yeah, they're just very helpful. If I ever have an issue, I needed lumber. I had the logs, but I needed lumber for a quest, a much later quest. I don't want to go into it. But I didn't have my crafting skill up enough to make the lumber. I just had the logs, and that was it. Well, one of my guild members made it for me, which is very helpful. Gosh darn it, what is up with my, now it's saying dropped again. What the heck? No, there we go, now it's fine. It's like every once in a while I have to just like 476 drop frames, but YouTube just told me that the stream had stopped again and my drop frames did not go up. So I don't know. I don't know. It's okay, I guess. I've been thinking about what classes I can level up next. Of course, I can get all of the crafting and gathering. That's no problem. But I was thinking about the battle classes I can get. So I can get Pugilist Rogue. I can't get Samurai until level 50, I think. Or a point in the main story that I'm not there at. I can't get Machinist until I go to Heavensward. I can't get Dancer until I'm level 60. I could get Thaumaturge, which turns into Black Mage. I can't get Red Mage, I think, until level 50. I don't remember. And I can't get Blue Mage. I don't know if I'm gonna do Blue Mage. Blue Mage is a limited job. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do Blue Mage. I'm not quite sure yet if I should include it, because it's a limited job. I can't level it up the same way I would level another class up. So I'm not sure if I'll do Blue Mage. But then I have Scholar, which I won't get until level 30, because that's not the same. You have to get that after a soul. And then Astrologian is when you get Machinist, and they start at level 30. I can get Gladiator and Marauder, but I can't get Death Knight, or Dark Knight. Death Knight, yeah. Wow. Until Heavensward again, and then I can't get Gunbreaker until level 60, right? So yeah, this is not going to be as gung-ho as possible. I won't have to level all of them, technically, up to 60. All of the crafters and gatherers I'll level up to 20, but there's still... I've got one physical range GPS until I get to Heavensward. His companion almost ran off the edge. It scared me. I was like, don't! I don't think you can. I think if you walk into this, it's just an invisible wall. And of course, I'll be doing all the other classes before I continue Lancer and Archer to level 20. That's just what I decided to do. They're all going to be level 20 by the time I'm done, but I just, because I have this other rule that once I pick a class to level, I level them all the way. So I decided that I should start with the other classes and get all of them before I level the other two that I already have at 10. And of course, I also have to level the Carpenter and Leatherworker and Botanist. But those will probably be... I'll scatter them throughout. I'm not going to do all of the crafting. Like, next is going to be Culinarian after fishing. And then I will probably do another battle class, and then I'll go... I'd like to spread them out. That way I'm always having a new experience. So it doesn't get boring for me. It's an easy way to rile it up. I finished the quest, but I don't want to go back until I'm almost level 20. Because I can hand this quest in and get 15,000 XP. So I'll just keep that in mind to only have about 15,000 from level 20. I don't need to go overboard. Level 19 minus 15,000 to 20 will probably be alright. I could go around getting new fishing spots and stuff, but I don't have to do that. So it's great about fishing. Eventually the fish here will tell me to buzz off, but... Until then, I will not have to move. We're getting a lot of Navigator's Daggers, which is pretty great in my opinion, because I'm going to do Culinarian next, which is where the fish will be important. But I'm also going to be able to sell things eventually, and hopefully make some money. Leveling up a character is a great way to make money. My main character, after I leveled her, before I started leveling any of the crafting classes, had almost 5 million gil, which is a lot. She's down to 2.5 now, but that's because I've been leveling my crafters, and sometimes I will buy high quality stuff to get the quest done faster, because I'm not that great at crafting. There are, like, called, macros that you can make to always have a high quality, but honestly, I have no idea what I'm doing with that. And I've played around with it a little bit, and it just didn't help me any, so I stopped. It didn't help me at all. Like, it would fail most of the time. I was probably not using them the way they were intended, but yeah. There's probably like a way, like this macro is used for when you have this much of this, but I couldn't wrap my brain around it, so I just went manually. I'll figure it out eventually. That's essentially what I do. It takes me a lot longer than most people, but I'll figure it out. I think I'm just dunking on my intelligence. Like, I'm dumb. Not all the time. Depends on what it is. In case you're unaware, and you're a fan of my Learn to Draw Weekly, which, by the way, that is getting a video tomorrow? It might be tomorrow. I don't know yet. It's getting a video at some point really soon. But I have published a story, chapter 1 on Wattpad, under Crystal Sky. That's the author, if you were curious about that. I know I did have one DM that was like, hey, when are you going to do that? I felt like I needed to comply. I was like, it's up now, go read it. It's the first time anybody's reached out to me for anything. It was really awkward. Like, I don't know who you are, but I'm so happy that you care. Yeah, when I said that part where I fish, I meant it. I saw some people come in and then immediately leave. Yeah, I'm fishing. It's probably the most boring thing you could do. But you didn't have to sit through 15 levels with me. just 3 so far. So yeah. It's been half an hour already though. Let's see. I played for 5 hours between last night and this morning. It's a lot of hours. I wonder, is there a played? No. Like there is in Final Fantasy. I'm curious as to figure out how your playtime, what your playtime is. There's like a way to do that. I don't think there is. You only have 205 achievements on this character. It's like nothing. I wonder what this guy's doing. It's like he's waiting for a shady deal behind the lighthouse at the beacon. I'm just sitting here fishing. I wonder, is there a way on YouTube to see all of the streamers, people who are streaming on YouTube? I know at one point there was YouTube Live, which had like a really weird thing, but I know they recommend live streams, and of course if you're subbed it goes to the top of your sub page. That's about it. That is all I know. That is all my knowledge of YouTube's streaming system. There's a lot of channels that I sub to that I don't watch when they stream. I don't know, I'm just not a big... it's ironic that I'm streaming. I like to stream, but I don't like to watch streams. Like occasionally I'll watch... I like to watch videos because I like to skip over places that maybe I'm not interested in. Like, how do I put this in a for example? Okay, so I'm watching Man of Medan. I'm watching a bunch of YouTubers play it. It looks really, really fun. I'm watching Jacksepticeye, Markiplier, and the Scary Game Squad. All three of them, I'm watching them play it. And there are sections of the game at the very beginning where after there is no choice, essentially. Or if they made a similar choice. So, like, all three of the streamers or the YouTubers I watched made the same decision at the very start of the game with the tile. So I skipped that part of the cutscene up until there were more choices to make. Like I would move like 5 seconds or 10 seconds ahead because I knew what the cutscene was and to wait for their reaction. But yeah, that's just an example. I like to be able to move back and forth. I especially, one of the reasons why I like to watch live streams on YouTube the most is because on YouTube you can go back during a live stream and watch previous sections of that live stream while it's live. And that's one of the things that I really, really like about YouTube live stream section. Mixer, which is the platform that bought Ninja, doesn't have that feature, and neither does Twitch. You can go back in to a video, I think once it's done on Twitch. I don't know if you could even do that on Mixer, but I really like that about YouTube live streaming. I just wish there was a section that could show you like all the streamers. And if there is one and I don't know about it, that it's more easily accessible. So that I could go on it and look at all the live streamers. There's a person who I watch that streams. I'm not going to disclose who it is, so I'm not comfortable doing so. But, he starts around midnight my time. I wait until either the next morning, or if I'm still up, if I'm like laying in bed or something around 1, I will start his live stream, and because it's already been an hour, I will skip through the hour that he had just streamed. So he's usually still streaming, and I'll skip through the stream and watch the parts that I want to watch until I get to the live section. And if whatever he's doing then is interesting, I'll watch that part too, and then I'll go to bed. That's one of the things I like about YouTube. YouTube's live streaming feature. I'm going to be live streaming a lot when Animal Crossing comes out. I'm probably going to be playing that game constantly. No sleep or eat, going outside or doing schoolwork or working. I'm just going to be playing Animal Crossing. It's my goal in life. I'm just really excited. I'm over-exaggerating. I'm just really excited for Animal Crossing to come out. I'm a huge fan of that game. Like, mega huge. There's leaves blowing in the trees. Except there's no trees because it's San Francisco. There's bushes. Like a tree every couple of yards. Sparse trees. Sparse. My bags are starting to get very full. I'm starting to get worried that I will not get a retainer before my bags are full. I don't remember when I got a retainer. I should look it up. I should go to the Googles. Sea ivy? Yeah, that would be wrong. I pay for extra retainers, so theoretically I should get extra retainers on this character as well, right? Oh, okay. So, this Google reads, when you first unlock your first 3 dungeons, so this is the quest, I've already done the 2nd dungeon. Right after you unlock the 3 dungeons, you get your retainers. So that's actually much sooner than I thought. Which means I won't have to worry. Hopefully. I will be cooking next, so that will fill up a lot of egg space. This is from leatherworking and carpentry. This whole section. Made by me. It's at the very end of the tooltip. Yeah, wait to get alchemy as well, because one of the benefits of leveling up your crafting classes with your battle classes is that the things that you're crafting for the quests are current, so you can make use of all of the items you craft, and that will be especially helpful with food and potions. If I can manage to craft high quality stuff, or if I'll have to buy them for the quests. I know that in some instances I'll have to be farming on the botany, so I'm gonna level the botany stuff first, and hopefully get, or botany or mining. Botany and mining. I'm gonna do the gathering first and hope I get enough stuff while I'm leveling those to be able to level through. I think I'll have to pay attention to the specific things that I'll need for the quests. Probably be what I'll do. Almost done. It's been an hour. I don't know how long I'll be streaming for, because I'm pretty tired. But I'll probably start Culinarian. That's my goal. I might not reach 20 tonight, but as soon as the stream is over, I'm going to bed. Usually I stay up a little bit more, because usually I'm done by now streaming, but I started late. My Spanish class is really weird. The homework's due on Sunday. I don't have class until Tuesday. So I'm not quite sure why it's due on Sunday. And she doesn't open it until Friday. So you have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to do it. Because it's due Sunday at 11:59 p.m. Yeah, she doesn't unlock it until Thursday after class. So that's fairly annoying. I don't like that a lot. So I like to do homework near enough to the class that I remember what I did. And that's pretty hard to do when you have to do it on Sunday and your class isn't until Tuesday. Not actually doing too bad. Thought this might be longer, but an hour for 5 levels of fishing. I could do this easier for the leave quests. So I think we can get them at level 15 for fishing. But I'm so close now that it's probably just easier to stay here. I found this candle in my closet. It's cinnamon apple scented. It smells really good. I'm gonna have to light it. Find a nice place to light it. It's in this cute little jar. It's in like a mason jar with a handle. It's cute. I like it. I was like, I pulled it out of the closet. I'm like, I like it. No wonder I bought it so many years ago and then forgot it existed. Do you guys buy things and then find them later and go, that's really nice. I'm glad I bought this. I do that pretty often. Not that often, but often enough that it's a thing that I do. This headache has not gone away, like at all. I'm pretty surprised. Usually after I take Advil, it goes away. Advil does two things. It either takes away my headache or makes me sleepy, and it doesn't take away my headache. And it seems to have done the second one today. I'll wake up tomorrow with a headache. And I have the hiccups, as you can hear. I'm not drinking enough, that's my problem. I should be drinking more water. Switch the tea for water, I think. I'm not sure if that's the problem. That's the reason why I have a headache, but I'll drink water until the end today. Those flowers over there are clipping into the building, and it's kind of bothering me. My OCD's like they're in the building. Why are they in the building? Clipping issues with hair bothers me especially a lot. Like the new Raids chest piece for healers is really pretty, but there's a clipping issue in the back. Which is a shame. Also, I would really like to dye that set. But nope, no dyeing options available. Which is a real shame. It's very pretty. Level 19, so we're on the last level. And if we continue like this, we should finish before 20 casts. Doing math. Math is important. Only sometimes, though. Only when you need it. Not whenever you don't need it. That's not a wrong statement. Teachers would agree that it is a correct statement. They wouldn't agree that I don't like math. Math is math. I'm sorry, I'm quoting The Incredibles too. That's a fantastic movie. I bought the Lego version of that game because I'm just a huge Lego fan when it's a movie that I've watched. Like, I am so excited. They announced that the Jurassic Park Lego game, which is one of the best Lego games I've ever played. No, I don't. Go away. Is coming to Switch, and I'm gonna buy that again. Oh, I ran out of bait. Okay, that's fresh water. I think this is the highest level ocean one I got. Yeah, they're bringing the Jurassic Park game, Lego game, to Switch, and I'm gonna buy that again because I loved that game so much. It was my gateway drug into Lego games. Since then, I've bought the Lego Incredibles game, the Lego Harry Potter game. Like, I am now strongly on the side of Lego should always make Lego games from popular movies. Because they're good and it takes away all of the, like, okay, in Jurassic Park, there is no death in a Lego game. It makes the death funny, which is just the best. It's like an innocent version of the movie. Rated E for everyone version of the movie. And you can build stuff and collect stuff. And my OCD makes me pick up every stud from the floor, because if I miss one, it'll bother me forever. So, you know, pretty fun. So I had a conversation the other day about washing your hands. I mentioned OCD earlier. And while I've never been formally diagnosed, which is usually how a lot of bad conversations start, I will admit that I have some tendencies. It's definitely not to OCD level, but it'll be something that just like eats away at the back of my brain until I go and do it. Like, for example, in Lego games, I have to pick up all the studs, because if I leave one of them there and I know that it's there, it'll bother me until like 5 days from then. I need them all. Also, I had a conversation with someone about hand washing, which is how this conversation started to begin with. And I wash my hands what some people would consider like too much, like way too much. And I didn't seem to think so at all. Of course, everybody washes their hands every time they go to the bathroom, because that's common courtesy, right? But I also wash my hands every time I go into the kitchen. Like, it's kind of an action that I do every time. So if I walk into the kitchen to get another drink, I wash my hands. Like, it's just something I do, and it doesn't bother me. But, you know, I don't tell everybody else to wash with their hands. I don't force it on other people. But I do it. And someone pointed it out to me, and I was like, huh. I didn't know I did that. But I do. So yeah, that's the thing we were talking about earlier. We had soap, like hand washing soap. I'm still talking about hand washing. That was like, I don't know how to describe it. It claimed to be like a skin softening antiseptic type soap. And it was like lotion. Like, after you washed your hands with it, you felt like you had applied lotion to your hands. I hated that. My hands did not feel clean washing my hands in that. So I went back to the liquid soap stuff that I was using. Weird things that happen. Water is tasty. I calculated that we have to go to about 38,000. So, we're almost there. Really, really close. We're at 20,000 and it's almost 2,000 each, so. We've got less than 10 fish. If we catch them all. for certain. 'Cause I'm a good fisherman. I'm not. I'm only level 19. And not in real life. Though to be fair, I was told when I was very little, I caught a big fish on a kid's pole. Supposedly not a fish I should have been able to catch. And I caught it and I was like little. But I don't remember that, so we're gonna go with a fisherman that doesn't know how to fish. Getting a lot of coral. I don't remember what that's used for. Jewelry making? That's a question. Sometimes people can't tell when I'm questioning things and when I'm not. I'd like to clarify. Well, it was 2,500 because it was high quality. We're even closer, my friends. Because remember, it's 15,120 for that quest. So I'm going to try and aim as close as possible. So I don't have to do any more than I have to. Ugh, that was only 387. I wish it would stop catching coral, please. Please. I don't want any more coral. It's pretty in real life, but not in Final Fantasy. Oh, more coral. Such is life, my friends. That's really just my life, though. Bad luck wherever I go. People see me and immediately dislike me for some reason, which is beyond comprehension. They're like, I don't know why you don't like me, but I guess that's okay. High quality white coral only gives me 135, which is the same amount as a regular fish. So. Actually, it's less still than a regular fish, because a regular fish was 1,941, if I'm remembering correctly. Another freaking... I keep talking about the white coral, and that's all I'm getting. You think the fish know that I'm up here? I'm like, don't go feeding in that area. There's a fisherman over there throwing pill bugs into the water, so I'll eat them. I have the worst hiccups ever. And I can't stop yawning. It is 12:30 and I'm very tired. Lots of herring. Herring are good. I get 733 from them. Better than coral. Especially non-high quality coral. I'm not catching any coral. It's a miracle. I'm almost there. If I continue to catch herring, it should be under 10 still. I'm aiming for around 38. Ideally go beyond 38. Freaking white coral again. That's not even funny. Oh good, another herring. Hopefully we can catch all of those. It's been an hour to get these 4 levels. I am a bit bored because it's fishing. My fisher is level 53, I think. And I heard once you hit 60 you get spearfishing, but I ran out of guild leaves, so I stopped fishing. You can level up exponentially faster. Usually. I don't have that many guild allowances. I only have 40, so I'm gonna try and save them up until harder levels. At least that's the goal anyway. Because you think bringing fishing from 1 to 20 is bad, bringing it from 30 to 40 or 40 to 50 is going to be literally like ripping off your own hair. So, we're gonna use guild leaves for that. So it makes sense to save them. Especially if I don't want to wait until my guild leaves come up. Because I don't know exactly how many guild leaves I'll need to level the fishing and the botany. So we'll just have to make sure we have enough. Calculate out exactly how much it's worth and how many levels of experience you need. Oh good, a high quality one. That gave me almost 3,000. That's a lot. So it should be the last cast, and then we'll head back to Limbs and Lemons and hand in Every Fish Has a Silver Lining. Quests. This better be enough. If I have to come out and fish again. Oof. Good things come to those who wait, to those who bait. Fishing. Fishing puns. This should be enough. Everybody, cross your fingers. So I did the math, but I also have a headache, so it could go either way. Hello, sir. I fished up all of the fish you require. He is very excited. It's a lot more excitement than I've ever been for anything, I think. It's important to know what to cook with. See him out? I'm already outside. I just had to go with him. Give me the level. I'm an adventurer. It's what we do. I'm gonna go with the perception boots. Yay! I'm gonna change the hat back because it gives us bonus XP. We have a new fishing pole, which is good. Teach you the advantages of fishing without live bait. Oh, this is the lure fishing. I'm glad he recognizes a fisher when he sees one. The fishing pole might be a clue. He can't catch fish by himself? Ah, they're not patient. They eat the bait? What? I guess lures. They can't eat those. I mean, they can try, but they're made of plastic and metal and probably hurt. Oh, he doesn't believe inedible bait is good bait, but continues to eat the bait that he's given. Fantastic. He's like a toddler. A fishy, weird toddler. There's a sea serpent on there? Okay, I need... Do I have them? No, he just gave me more rat tails, which is useless. I have to get... I have to get crow flies. Can I get that from Harger's Alley? I don't need as many crow flies as I do live bait, because of the fact that it's not live bait and I don't use it every time. Oh, there are lures at the bottom. Crow flies, there we go. Let's take 20 of them just in case. It's a big chunk of change, but I'll sell this stuff. We'll go right back up again. Okay, then we need to go to Opera Venasca, which we actually can't get to because I don't have any of the freaking pass. Even though I've been there. Western Venasca seems to be the place to go from. So, I should have picked up the stupid thing there. Hi, Hans. Yep. Yeah, I switched from Twitch to YouTube. I wasn't getting any more traffic over there, and I know that people were not getting notified when I was live. So I came over here because I know YouTube will notify you when I'm online because there's not that many people that stream over here. Citrine Corpor, I remember you. Hello, welcome. But yeah, people weren't getting notified when I was online. So I switched over to YouTube where they can't ignore me. Well, they can, it's just harder. Yep, I've been streaming on YouTube for the past couple of, I think, 5 streams now? 4 or 5 streams. just off the shores of Oakwood. Okay. So I'm in the right place. Bunch of wild wolves around here. It's a dangerous spot. There's no aetherite over here. I think that might be the problem. Just going biz here. It's a freaking lightning storm here. But also it's a lot less work for me to stream on YouTube. Like a lot. Because I don't have to upload the streams and move them over from Twitch. I can just, they just get posted automatically. So, it's pretty helpful. It's much easier to do, much less work. Instead of exporting or editing and then uploading it, it just goes right on my YouTube channel. In a section that is live shows. I didn't catch anything. Got away on my first try. So unlucky. Anyway, I don't know if you were here earlier, because there were people here earlier. But I'm doing a leveling challenge in Final Fantasy XIV, where I'm trying to keep all of the classes at the same level. We're just beginning, so. Yay, warm water trout. I need to catch 5 of these. Yeah, Twitch usually sends notifications, if they do at all, 1 hour or so after stream started, which is useless. Because I stream for about 2 hours, so they're there for maybe half an hour. It's just not. Twitch is not good for me. I looked into other platforms as well, like Ninja went to Mixer bought Ninja, so I was like, oh, Mixer must be popular now, but I didn't like their system either, so. So here I am on my YouTube channel, and as I was saying before, I like YouTube a lot better because of the ability to go back while a stream is live. It's not something that I don't think you can do on Twitch or Mixer or any other platform. You can scroll back and start at the beginning of the stream, or like skip around if you get bored, because the entire previous stream is up there. So yeah, that's one of the things that I like about YouTube's subscription page is YouTube tells you at the beginning, at the top of your subscription page, hey, this person's live. And people are already on my YouTube channel for the content that I made. I don't remember how many subscribers I have now. Almost 200 people who subscribe to my YouTube channel. So if they subscribe, they might like my stuff. So I'm advertising to an audience that's already interested, right? Oh yeah, it's been so long since Splatoon. Dark bass. Not a trout. I wanted a trout. Yeah, I'm playing a lot more Final Fantasy XIV today. And recently. Because I'm doing this leveling challenge. When I think up something, I'm determined to either finish it or quit. I still love Splatoon though. I go on and play every once in a while. I haven't for a while. I think it's been 3 months or so. Splatoon is such a good game. I hope they come out with another one, since they're not having any more Splatfests. Yeah. Yeah, it's the last Splatfest happened, and I actually missed it. I was gonna do it, but I was away, so I didn't have solid enough internet to do the Splatfest. But yep, that's the end of the content updates. for Splatoon. They're not doing anymore. I don't know if they're going to release a new game, if they're planning on it. What other games have you been playing? I have hiccups again. Splatoon 3? Yes, please. Freaking lightning storm, and I'm just here fishing. I wonder if there's a mechanic where I can get struck by lightning. If so, I will. Like, you need bad luck and it kills you instantly. But yeah, I'm really excited. There's a bunch of games coming out. I don't know if I'm gonna play them because it's just easier to play computer games than hook up my Switch. So I had to get another monitor, and this monitor doesn't have speakers. So I have to listen to the game audio through a set of old speakers I had, and it's not as good as like watching it on a TV. I've been playing the tutorial for not the tutorial, the demo for Dragon Quest XI. And well, Spyro's coming out. I'm so excited for Spyro on the Switch. It's like a dream come true. And then Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch comes out. Both this month. I'm very excited. If you've never played Ni no Kuni, freaking buy that thing. Buy it for Nintendo Switch. It is 1,000,000% worth it. It is such a good game. It's fundamentally a fun game. The story is amazing. It's like playing a Studio Ghibli movie, which just blows my mind. World of Warships. Why have I heard about that? Is that a mobile game or a Switch game? I feel like I've seen an ad for that game. It's PC. I feel like I've seen an ad for it. Like one of those ads that's like, play it today. That kind of ad. I'm gonna end up over leveling because of how long it's taken me. But I still have all 20 of my lures. Yeah, I've been playing a lot of demos recently. Like, I can't afford to buy anything, so I'll just download this demo. And you know, the Dragon Quest 11 is it 11? The demo for that game is like so long. I played it like 6 times. I'm still not done. Because it lets you play up until a certain point. I'm not done with the demo. I'm not done with the demo. I just keep playing the demo. I think someone said it was like 10 or 20 hours. I don't remember. It was a lot of hours. Which to me is insane. It's a lot of hours for a demo. But that means it's a good game if it has that much content that it's comfortable enough giving you all those hours of gameplay. This weird toddler fish dude using fake food. I am a lot. Like I said, I'm doing a leveling challenge. There's nothing not fun when you've created a set of rules to make the game more fun. Deception is the heart of fishing. Alright, Susu. He's going to fool the fish. So this guy's problem, this whole quest, if you missed it, was he kept trying to learn how to fish, but he kept failing because he would eat his own bait instead of using it for the fish. So we went to teach him that fake lures were just as good as real lures, so we could send him fishing with fake lures so he wouldn't eat it. That was the fishing quest we just... Yes! He would eat his own bait, yeah. And that was the quest we just finished. Yeah, these standards, so setting rules can be stressful if they're stressful rules, but here I've made a new character, and I have another character that's much higher level. But I made a new character, and what I'm doing is I'm just, once I hit a top level, I could say, so once I hit one of the 10s, so this is the main class that I'm leveling Conjurer. And once that hit level 10, I leveled up the classes that were available to me to level 10. So then I hit level 20, and now more classes have opened up to me, so I'm going to learn them and bring all of those classes to level 20. So it's not anything to be stressful about. It's not like if I die, I have to delete my character or something crazy like that. That would be insane. That'd be too hardcore. It's not a hardcore challenge. It's just a challenge for anybody who wants to make a new character. It's a unique way to do it, where everything is uniform. And I like that. Anyway, we're gonna learn Culinarian. Show you to your... Oh, you're not a patron? I like how that is the only word italicized. You're not a patron? Yep, I want to learn how to cook things. Because apparently in this world you need to join a guild to do that. Yes, I would like to join the Culinary Guild. That's what I came here for. Now they gotta tell me the history. This has happened every single time I go to join a guild. They just tell me where Culinarian came about. Was it, what is it, a caveman who decided he was no longer going to eat raw meat? Ah, just the beginning of the Culinarian Guild, which is how they came to be in Lims of Minza. Better. Unlike the Lancer one, which was literally like, so these people way back when decided they were gonna attack with sticks because they were farmers, and that was the easiest weapon for them to use at that time. That was literally the Lancers Guild one. So yeah, the history seems to be different for every class, how far back they go. Some of them go back to just when they came in Lims of Minza, like this one. And the other ones were like, well, the first man to ever attack someone with a sharp, pointy stick. But what's interesting about this guild is Lims of Minza is Pirate City. So these are people that cook on ships, which I thought was interesting. There are very specific rules when you cook on a boat, apparently, supposedly. You have to know what's good and how long it lasts for from port. I watched a whole video, because I'm a weirdo like that, about cruise ships and how they prepare the menu and food and when they pick up the food. And I I legitimately was like, this is so interesting. Because I'm a weirdo. But I watched it and I genuinely thought it was interesting. It's a lot more work, I guess I could say. It's a lot more work than I thought it was. I knew they had to go into planning and stuff like that, but I didn't realize how far into planning they had to go. Can I stand the heat? I mean, I'm literally an adventurer that shoots fire, so probably. Right? Reaffirm your desire to join the guild. That's always the first quest. I gotta go talk to the guild master. A place for you in his stew. Please don't put me in stew. I'm a Lalafell, but I'm not a potato. Everyone calls the Lalafell potatoes. Please don't put me in stew. I may be tiny and joyous, but, you know, I'm not for eating. I don't know anything about cooking, but that's why I'm here. I'm a Lalafell. What do you expect? Some hunk like a Rodon? Passion? Yep, sure. I didn't realize cooking deserved so much. I cook all the time, you know, when I'm hungry. What do you call yourself? Welcome to the guild. Oh good, he's giving me a skillet. Helpful. So you just equip your new weapon. And you equip the gear, and you make a new gear set. Culinarian. Right? Yep. Wants to assign you your first task. Level 1 and I'm already cooking for somebody else. I'm not actually holding it. By saying holding this skillet the way around, does it mean holding it, putting it on my waist like a weapon? Because that's what I did. Let's see what you can do. For starters, I want you to make maple syrup. Is that a real thing you can make in real life in a skillet? You don't pay to keep people waiting. What? Alright. It tells you every single time how to craft. Which I don't agree with. By the third craft, you should know how to craft. So why does it keep putting Call Arbor on my bars? I'm not even a gathering class. Okay. I need to make 1 pot of maple syrup, which requires maple sap. And just 1 of it. So... buy that maple sap and get to work, yeah? There's 1 maple sap. do have the, my guild up XP earned through crafting was increased. That was definitely faster than the first time I was crafting. For the first level, at least. I did! Here! Stop screaming at me and take it. He's gonna eat straight maple syrup? That sounds awful. How do you mess that up? You take it out early or you burn it? Maple sugar. Complexities, that's for sure. Alright, when you hit level 5, come back. That's what they all say. There was a real leveling system, like in real life, I would never leave. So we have a bunch of stuff we can make. Let's get one distilled water and make one of those. Now, if you guys are new to Final Fantasy XIV and you don't play it, when you make something new for the first time, it gives you an XP boost. So you want to, when you're leveling up, make one of everything. That way, not only can you make a quick synthesis of it later, so you don't keep doing things over and over again, it's also faster. The land breaks. It's a fast way to level up, especially at the very beginning. Plus, you can buy stuff for the first 20 levels at least from the vendor. Ow. I only have one beheaded. I thought I flipped it in my head. No, I need one more Limson anchovy. Darn it. Your battery died? Oh, I just smacked the microphone. I didn't mean it. Okay, we're gonna make a boiled egg. No, I hate freaking windows, man. I need a chicken egg and mineral water. It's the third time that's popped up, and I said wait an hour, and it has been an hour and 30 minutes since I started streaming. So they've asked me 3 times in that hour and 30 minutes when I've said wait an hour. Makes no sense. Very annoying. And I thought I had turned it off, but apparently not. Level 5 already. It's going very quickly. I should get to level 20 very soon at that rate. Wants you to cook for fellow. Okay. Needs my help, I'm sure he does. He messed something up. I do that often. He doesn't take failure too well, neither do I. We're very similar, this man and I. Crying into his soup. I plays havoc with the seasoning. Well, yeah. Tears are salty, don't you know? Grilled trout. Hmm? Alright, so let's move this up. Just to make it high quality, we don't need to do that yet. So can I not buy fish here? It's a good thing I started with fishing. Night, thanks for coming. Hope to see you again. Come on by. I've been streaming a lot lately, so if you just see me on pop on, make my day. It takes very little, as someone has told me. We went to the dollar store one day, and my cousin was with me, and we bought like 2 things, and I legitimately was like the happiest person alive. And she's like, "Why does it take so little to make you happy?" I'm like, "It's the small things, isn't it?" Thanks. I will enjoy my quests. Some of them are just so darn funny. So what do you need? Grilled trout right now. I have 22 of these trout. Since I did fishing first. Night. Have a good sleep. Alrighty, do that thing. Hand it to this guy who's pointing at ingredients and nodding his head knowingly. What have I done to deserve it? I don't know, the guild leader told me to make it for you. That's what you did. Food is the solution to every row. You are wrong. You messed up a dish and you're gonna give me pointers? It looks disgusting. Just for the record, I don't eat seafood. I don't like seafood. So fishing and then catching and making the fish that I catch, kinda... I don't see any of it, because it's just a game, but... Ugh. I made syrup, like, very quickly. It took me like 3 minutes. It took you 6 days to learn how to make grilled trout? You're not gonna be outdone, sure. You gonna give me a knife? Payment for the trout, eh? Yes. They explain that to me every time. Just take the money and run. Okay. Good. Leave that on. Okay. Well, I can make more of these. Well, I probably don't need to. I have the ingredients, so why not make a couple more? And it gives me 3 of them every time I make them. That's a lot. Rather quick to me. But like I said, I think it's from the buff that I got from my guild. The reason why I think I'm leveling up faster. Alright, we can make 1 more of these. eventually I'll be able to make high quality ones. Fairly easily. Because I have high quality trout. Very helpful. Okay. Let's get 2 more beehives, chips, make honey. Hold on. Okay. And I got men, but that goes on 3. Made 3 pots of honey. Very quickly. Alright, this requires a lot of stuff. So I already have the raisins, because that's a food, and I already have the honey, and the cinnamon. So I need algoat milk 1 and sunset tea. Algoat milk 1. Sunset tea. Okay. This is Frumenti? Is that like a liquid that you ferment things in? I'm not sure. I need 1 more lemons and anchovy. It sucks that I didn't get enough of those. I can make the crayfish balls, which you actually use for fishing. But I already have some, so I don't really need more, but it's cool that you can make it. I don't have any haddock. I didn't see a Roland berry on that list of stuff I could get, did I? I don't have any marmot meat. I can make some flatbread though. I need a table salt and mineral water. Which actually I should buy a bunch of table salt. Where is the table salt? Oh, do I need to make it out of rock salt and something? Probably right, yeah. Rock salt and distilled water. So we'll just make a bunch of it. Since you build on it, it's a good craft to make. 10. And this is how you quick synthesize. Save yourself some time and finger work. You won't make high quality ones, but when you're this low of a level, it really means nothing. You're not aiming to make high quality stuff at this level. I don't have high quality materials either, so be that one. When I'm gathering out in the field, it would be helpful to gain high quality materials for crafts that I'm going to do. That way I can make high quality things. I should keep that in mind. For the first 20 or so levels it won't matter, but beyond that it will. Alright, so we've made a bunch of table salt. I need some mineral water. Let's make some flatbread. Culinarian is one of those crafting things that you always have to keep going back for other stuff. I say that and then we get to a section where you don't, but actually table salt, which you make, let's make one of these stuff. Oh, I hope I have enough. Yeah, I can mend it. I need to repair my gear. I'm not getting it as much as I should. Those are other fishing stuff that I just made. Let's go down really quick and repair. I gotta go to Hawker's Alley for that. But since the Aetheryte is close, I'll just hop on over and then come back up. Because my gear is important. It's not super important at this level, but when you're getting close to getting lower on the scale, it's helpful. Should just repair everything while I'm here. Okay, back up to the guild. Since I've opened this water, I've almost finished it. It's been less than an hour. I do feel better though. Again, was probably just the headache. Alright, to make sweet cream, I need 1 buffalo milk. And I need 3 oranges to make the next thing. Challenge log, which I didn't have before, is pretty helpful for crafting. Gives you a lot of levels. Oh, goodness. 4 sunset wheat and 2 buffalo milk. Sunset wheat, if I remember correctly, is all the way down here somewhere. 4? Oh, right. Yes, 4. Got everything there cooked. Alright, I need 1 of those Chontero mushrooms. And I can make 1 of these with 1 carrot, 1 onion, and 1 mineral water. 1 mineral water. Carrot. First. Taking a lot of food. I've already eaten this section of my bags. Like this. Butter requires 2 cooks. Googity, googoo. Nuts. I saw them where they go. There they are. I need 1 outgoat milk. Make that. Just going along making all the things that I can make. Trying not to fill up my bag too much. Supplies. level this to level 20 before I move on. I don't know if I'll be streaming it tomorrow. I'll definitely stream tomorrow, but I might be past this point, depending on what character I decide to play tomorrow. Now, just as a reminder, all of this is getting recorded, so even if I'm not streaming, it's recording. And I'm going to be doing quest guides, leveling guides, just a bunch of stuff planned for this footage. So I'm getting a lot of footage now, but I'll eventually be editing it into videos that are easier to consume than these streams. So all the stuff you're missing will be in a video somewhere at some point. But again, I need footage to make those videos. So I'm not sure when the videos will be made, if I'll do one each individually for each quest or what. But that's why I haven't been clicking too fast through the dialogue, so that when I edit it, it's not super hard to edit. So it holds on each frame, and I can read through it. I also have been reading through it. Alright, as I suspected, I need to make grilled dodo. Which, I already have the dodo tenderloin for, I just need a garlic. Thing of garlic. A whole freaking clove, by the way. What is it? There it is. So Winter Quiet is pretty important to the rotation once you try to high quality stuff. But for now, since we're not doing that, we'll just take one. Sizable order. But wait, I have grilled dodo. I don't know what you're gonna do with it. The guild leader told me to bring it to you, so I brought it to you. Did I just make you your main course? Compensate for what? My horrible cooking? You previously just told me how good I was. This dude's insane. I did good. That doesn't actually look too bad. It looks like a steak with some bread, some salad, and like, what is that? An egg and some mushrooms? Not bad. I don't like mushrooms, but it looks pretty good. I did a good thing. The guildmaster didn't teach me. He just gave me a book and I made it. He gave me in a book with the ingredients. Doesn't he do that with everybody? Mmm. Yes, delicious. Are you telling me I'm better than you again? Don't insult me next time if that's the case. What have you done to deserve this? I don't know, be rude to everybody? Be nice to people. Maybe they'll be nice to you. Teaching me about guild leaves? Yes, he's teaching me about tradecraft leaves. Away with you. I'm not using the tradecraft guild leaf system until we get past 20 at least. And there's no need. this low level. Just make this stuff, and you buy them right from there. So you just buy it, make it, and once you hit level 20 at least, or maybe even level 30, you'll be fine. Then you can start doing guild leaps because it'll be a lot more XP that you need. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. I had a lot of people come in, and I had somebody from my Twitch come in, and that was great. I'll be continuing to stream on here, so if you like my streams, let me know. I'll see you guys tomorrow, probably.